Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm jumping on a little bit late. But here we are. And thank you so much for those of you that are viewing now or will click on this link later. We always say show up to go up. And, you know, this is your ongoing ideas, education, opportunity, and so I'm really proud of you. And please give me your feedback, and of course contact me with any questions. And we're gonna keep on rocking. Okay, so what I wanted to go over with you guys today is a kind of a success strategy for this week. This is the biggest selling week of the year for the retail industry, and there's no reason why we can't capitalize on that, you guys. And so I'm going to give you several ideas. I like to keep things really simple, and so you know, if all your brain can soak in is one or two ideas, then that's okay. A confused mind does nothing, so don't listen to all of this and then get overwhelmed. But implement as much of this as possible, you guys. I want you to get the most out of your Mary Kay business. And going into 2016, we're going to be talking a lot about stewardship and creating wealth. And I'm really excited about that. So now is the time to get started, showing more commitment than ever before to your customers and to your business, because it's worth it. You are truly building your future when you do that. So what you want to do today is fill out a weekly plan sheet. And in your InTouch site, you can go to, in your search bar, go to weekly plan sheet, and it will pull up a PDF that you can print out. And I suggest printing out 10 of them, and learn to live out of your date book. I believe a paper date book or paper calendar, and those weekly plan sheets. That way you're planning your work and working your plan, and you're more proactive than reactive. And so fill out that weekly plan sheet for this specific week, where you're going to plug in certain things. And this will really help you in all areas of your life, because when you have scheduled family time, you can put that phone away, put it in the other room, shut it off, and be 100% in the moment with your family. And when you have those pockets of time to work your business, you can free your mind and really focus on your business. And that's huge to have those boundaries. That's part of being an entrepreneur, is learning to train yourself to work in that way. When we work for a company or for a boss, you know we show up at this time, we work until this time, we take a lunch break here. And somehow when we work for ourselves, sometimes those lines get a little blurred. And that's the beauty of what we do, is we can kind of jump from thing to thing. But sometimes it's a process in learning how to manage those blocks of time and really be in the moment, when you're able to either spend time with your loved ones or spend time on your business. Okay, so fill out that weekly plan sheet and set a sales goal. Now, I'm going to challenge every single one of you, no matter what you've ever done in your business in the past, to have $1,000 week this week. And shoot for the moon, land among the stars. You might nail it, you might exceed it. What if you did half of it? What if you had a $500 week? That would be amazing. That profit from that is going to be cash for your family's Christmas presents. So you can't lose. There's no losing. So why not shoot for that $1,000 week, $1,000 by next Monday? And between the ideas that I'm going to give you for this week and Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you guys, y'all can do this. I'm going to give you some very doable numbers. So on that weekly plan sheet, you're going to want to plan time for phone calls, for makeovers, deliveries, and interviews. Plan when you're going to plan your grocery list for your Thanksgiving meal, when you're going to shop, and when you're going to cook. Make a list of friends and relatives that you're going to see this week who may need your service, because a lot of you guys are going to see family that are either coming in town or you're going out of town and you're going to see them that normally you wouldn't be face-to-face with. And you might have the opportunity to do a makeover or just play in product a little bit. So utilize that, you guys. You might really make a connection and build some loyal customers, sales now and loyal customers for the future by reminding them you're in business and, hey, let's just play, let's just have fun. I do want to remind you guys that Dillard's, the cosmetic counters, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, right up until Thanksgiving Day and right after Thanksgiving Day, there's going to be customers there buying their own personal needs for skincare and cosmetics and fragrances, and people buying gifts. So don't shut down business. Don't just assume everybody's baking cookies and basting their turkey and nobody wants to hear from you. I actually have two extremely busy women who work busy careers, have busy families, that have said, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving week is going to be the perfect time for me to come over if I can bring my kids and have that makeover we've talked about for months. So don't shut your brain off and say nobody's going to want to book this week, you guys. This might be the perfect opportunity. Say, hey, bring the kids, let them run around and play. We'll sneak off into another room and get those makeovers in, you guys. Y'all can do 5, 6, 10 faces this week, especially, again, seeing people that maybe you don't normally see. So said all that to say, in that weekly plan sheet, really think about, when am I going to work my business this week? Okay, then plan to attend your success meeting. I'm going to be up here at the Dream Center tonight from 7:15 to 8 o'clock. So it's just an abbreviated 45-minute power hour, and I want to pour into you. We can strategize, we can talk, and so I'm going to be available here for you guys. And then tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we're all going to go to Beverly Carter's house in Mobile at 6:30. And that is going to be a time of fun and connection. We're all going to bring a dish, but that's also where we can take time to answer your business questions, invite people for a makeover. We can dig in product a little bit. So that's going to be a connection time for you too. Again, show up to go up. Those connections with your sister consultants really makes the difference in your business. When you become disconnected from that, it's easy for us to lose our focus and for us to lose our positive attitude. But when we get reconnected back in kind of to the pink bubble, that gets us re-energized. So you've got those times to plug in this week, so make sure you plan for that. Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, make a goal to make 25 reach outs. I can't say enough, you guys, don't just rely on social media shout outs like, hey, I've got a Mary Kay sale, contact me if you're interested. You can do those kinds of things, but the professional businesswoman will make a specific list, and she will follow up after making those types of posts. Those posts are great, but you guys, people, they might be driving, they might miss it, their newsfeed is inundated with who knows what. Don't take it personally if you don't get a response to a social media shout out, you guys. There's so much noise out there in the atmosphere. That's where, when we take that extra step to make a personal reach out of a phone call, voice to voice is so rare anymore, you guys. If someone hears you say, hey, I am just checking in to let you know that I want to be of service to you. This is a busy time. I know you're going to be giving out to a lot of people. Do you have everything you need to look and feel beautiful during the holiday season? Is there any gift giving that I can help you with? Give me a shout back. Leaving those personal messages means a lot to people, you guys. And again, I cannot say enough, being an entrepreneur and building a business, there are times where you're going to see that immediate result. But it's like they teach you in real estate, those professional touches of just saying, hey, I want you to know that I'm committed. I'm here. I'm not one of these that, here today, gone tomorrow, wishy-washy, up and down. Like, I'm a professional, and I'm going to be here to be of service to you. You may not get that sale that day, but you just planted that seed in their head that you are professional, you are available, you are going to be of service to them. And you don't know how that is going to play out over the long haul. So you keep making those professional touches and it does come back to you. I can promise you that if you will stay the course. So Tuesday, make it a goal to make 25 customer reach outs. You could even say, hey, whoever I actually, who actually answers the phone and I get them live in person, say I'm going to put you in a drawing for a free gift or a discount on your next order. And again, don't forget that whoever you do talk to and who do make an order with you, say, you know, do you have a Mary Kay wish list? What would you love to get for Christmas? And who's your Santa? And go ahead and start making a list of all of that. Either write it on the back of their profile card or make a note in My Customers in your InTouch site. And say, you know, who are you going to be shopping for? Is there anything that I can make suggestions for? What's your budget? Who are you shopping for? So make the most of those phone calls, you guys. You could easily knock those out, carving out an hour of phone time or maybe 2 30-minute blocks, one at the beginning of the day and one at the end of the day. And carve out time, you guys. In your InTouch site, there's the holiday edition of the Power Class. And they're short, snackable videos is what they call them, with fabulous ideas that can trigger your creativity and trigger like, oh yeah, I could reach out to this person, I could do that. Utilize the tools that are available to you. Okay, on Wednesday, that can be delivery day. You know, and be sure this is a great time too. If you have some products on your shelf that you want to move, you could do a little discount basket, and those are easy add-ons to those sales. Make sure you give samples, and today would be a good time to reach out to, if you have kind of groups of women that work at office buildings, to reach out to maybe your main contact person and say, you know what, could I bring a basket of some samples and some books and some demos? You know, you guys just use what you have and put together a basket, put either some profile cards or those little information cards that come with your business cards in there, and say, you know what, could I leave this basket here for 24 hours to pamper you guys, just to remind you that I'm here to be of service to you. And you know, because everybody's kind of antsy, and look, a lot of people have to work full-time this week. Some people don't even have Thanksgiving off, especially retail people. So they're antsy, and you know, they would welcome the distraction of having some fun stuff, a satin handset to play in, or some scented lotion, some lip gloss or lipstick samples. Drop off a couple, few, 3, 4, 5 of those baskets and tell your main contact person, look, for every $100 in sales, I'll give you a $25 product credit. Then that will motivate them. You could even put sales tickets in there and explain to them how to fill out the sales tax. And on that sales ticket, you can coach your main contact girl. Basically, she's kind of like a silent hostess or a book hostess, that whoever wants to go ahead and make a purchase, to go ahead and fill out their main contact information on that sales ticket. That's an easy way, and that's something that you guys can do. You know, make those reach outs today and drop off those baskets tomorrow. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Just something to get your name, your books, your samples into people's hands. Thursday, enjoy Thanksgiving with your loved ones, and just know that all is well and that God is at work on your behalf. And maybe even make a list of everything that you have to be grateful for, because we do have so much to be grateful for. Friday, that's Black Friday, you guys. Now is the time to engage your brain on that. I've already posted some ideas. I'm going to be working on a couple more things to send out to you guys. It's the biggest shopping day of the year, you guys. And again, if you're with friends and family, I want to make a shout out to Sarah Greer and our new Heather in Mobile. I know that they're going to be around family. Sarah's already planning on doing a party, doing makeovers on everybody while they're together. So again, and another idea is that you can have a display already set up in your home. Just make a little display of, again, use what you have. Be creative, you guys. Use what you have, and then that way you can contact people, say, hey, come on over and check out my display. Or as family, you know, hey, let's do satin hands, let's do satin lips. It doesn't have to be a formal beginning to end makeover or presentation. You could even do a hand facial. Hey, do you want to try our skincare? Let me tell you about the benefits, and we'll just do it on the back of your hand. You never know what seeds you could plant with people working it that way. So that's what you can do Friday. And again, your Black Friday special, do not rely on just a social media shout out. You want to put that in an email to your customers. And I've had really good success lately taking whatever little image or picture and texting it personally to people with a little note, you know, so you could even say, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Black Friday, I'm here to be of service to you, and put your website address in there. Again, our follow-up and that personal touch is what's going to make all the difference. And then Saturday, kind of, you know, look, once the dust settles, kind of look over everything. Do you need to order stuff so you get it back right away? You know, I believe Monday is November 30th. That's the last day of the month. And so, you know, you don't want to go into those first couple days of December to place your order, because it's going to push it out further, especially after this rush of Thanksgiving. So you really want to be on top of that. But Monday is Cyber Monday, which again, traditionally is a huge sales day, especially online sales, you guys. I can't say enough. It'd be so smart today, if you don't have your website active, get your website up and going immediately. It gives you a link to share with people. But again, just having the website isn't enough. It's up to us to get that address into people's hands, send it. And again, it's not enough to just do a shout out, hey, I have a website now, everybody come to me. That's not how business women work. You send it strategically and specifically to certain people with a personal note of appreciation. That's what's going to make all the difference in the world, you guys. And then professional follow-up on those reach outs. So let's talk about this. Let's just say on average, you got some baskets to some businesses, and I'm going to use low numbers here. When I look at these numbers, I think, oh, this is low, but you can see where it can really add up. Let's say you get some baskets into some, you know, let me say this too about facials. Now is a really good time if you have teacher friends that you've been wanting to book a facial with them being off this week. This is a great time for them to break away and finally get that facial that maybe you've been talking about. But businesses, you know, baskets to businesses, that could be a couple $100 right there. Let's say 200. Let's say you get a couple faces in, 200 in sales. Let's say when you make those 25 or more reach outs for reorders, that's another 200. Let's say your Black Friday special is 200. Again, I think you can do much more than that. And then let's say people that you invited to stop by to look at your display is another 200. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's your $1,000 week right there, you guys. And if you properly 60/40 your money, that's $400 profit in your family's pocket. You could set that $400 cash aside for Christmas shopping for your family. And then, you know, you're ordering and you're back on track. So you guys, this is so easy. Now let me say this too. Let's say you're traveling this week. There's an alternate plan if you're traveling. You know, go ahead and print out that weekly plan sheet so that you're making your plan. Go ahead and make those 25 reach outs now or while you're on the road. They could be text messages. I mean, making 25 reach outs, you guys, is 45 minutes to an hour worth of well worth it effort. Make sure you bring your stuff with you, you guys. You never know. Don't say, oh, you know, I might not. You know what? Be prepared. Throw that stuff in the car with you, or if you're flying somewhere, make a little packet of samples and books and everything. You never know who you're going to run into that might be interested. Enjoy Thanksgiving Day, and then Friday, again, you can easily hop on a computer somewhere and still utilize your Black Friday. Okay, so I am really excited about this week. Everything that I'm sharing with you is what I'm going to also be doing personally. So I would love to hear from you. If you are planning on working towards that $1,000 week this week, I want to run with you. I want to hear from you. And I want to hear what you're going to do with your profits. And I want to hear any questions you guys have or any concerns. Let's brainstorm. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to coach you to get the most out of your business. And so I hope you guys know I pray for you every day. I love you guys. I'm so grateful that we get to do life together. Y'all are my heart, and I can't wait to see what this next year is going to bring for our sales unit. But I was listening to a Chalene Johnson podcast. It's really, really awesome. You definitely should get her podcast on iTunes. But she was talking about health and fitness goals and how most people will, like, pig out and go crazy over the holidays, and then, do like a New Year's resolution, join a gym, start eating healthy January 1st. And her point was, you know what, why don't you start with those things now? Like implement exercise and, moderate eating. I mean, I'm not saying don't pig out on Thanksgiving, have fun, whatever, but every time someone brings cookies or cake or whatever, you don't have to be shoving it in your mouth or whatever, she was just saying, work with moderation now, start your exercise regimen now. And then January 1st, you're going to be that much further ahead. Well, what if we implemented that with our business? Instead of saying, well, January 1st, I'm really going to kick it into gear. What if we engaged our minds and our hearts and our talents now and really made the most of this week, and then made the most of the first 2 weeks of December, and, shot for Star Consultant by December 15th, and really just had a joyous holiday, knowing we were really able to kick that cash towards our family's Christmas. What an amazing thing. And we have the ability to do that. Then we're going into January with momentum, and that's exciting. One last thing I do want to remind you of is don't forget to have your eyes and ears open for possible team members, you guys. This is the time of year where people are going and taking extra jobs at the mall, where they're working 5, 6, 7, 8 hour shifts for next to nothing, where they could be implementing immediate sales because people are looking to do their Christmas shopping, where they could sell right away to friends and family and get their business started. So don't forget that now's the time to reach out. And if someone is in your path that you think needs to hear, let me know, you guys, and we can do a 3-way phone call, or we can get some information to them and let them make the most of this holiday sales season as well. Okay, so I love you guys. Let me hear from you, your successes, your questions, your challenges, and may God bless abundantly your every effort. I love you.